Most people think financial freedom means having a lot of money. Big house, big income, no work. But what if I told you that idea is exactly what keeps people stuck for decades? And here's the uncomfortable question. What if the thing you are chasing right now is the exact reason you feel trapped? Even Money Monkey had to learn this the hard way. Picture this. A younger version of me, sitting in the jungle, dreaming big. I wanted the biggest treehouse, the rarest bananas, the most impressive lifestyle any monkey had ever seen. And for a while, it worked. More income, more stuff, more upgrades. But something strange happened. The more I had, the less free I felt. Because suddenly, I needed all of it. I needed the income to maintain the lifestyle. I needed to keep working to keep everything running. That's not freedom. That's a very expensive cage. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Money Monkey. Today we're talking about one of the biggest misconceptions in personal finance. And if you understand this, it can literally save you years of unnecessary work. Let me ask you something. Be honest. What does financial freedom mean to you? Is it never having to work again? Is it earning a certain amount every year? Or is it being able to buy whatever you want, whenever you want? Now think about that for a second. Because most people never question these ideas. They just accept them. And then they spend 20, 30, sometimes 40 years chasing something that doesn't actually lead to freedom. Let's break this down. If you believe financial freedom means never working again, then you need a massive amount of money, which means years, maybe decades of intense work. If you believe it's about hitting a certain income, then what happens when your expenses grow with it? Because they usually do. New car, bigger house, more subscriptions, more expectations. That's called lifestyle inflation. And it quietly destroys progress. And if you think freedom means buying anything anytime, then you are signing up for a lifetime of pressure. Because there is always something more expensive. Even in the jungle, there's always a bigger banana. So what is real financial freedom? It's actually much simpler than people think. Financial freedom means having control over your time. And the only way to get that is to reduce how much money you need, not increase how much you want. Think of your life like a glass. Money fills that glass. Most people try to build a huge glass. More lifestyle, more comfort, more status. But here's the problem. The bigger your glass, the harder it is to fill. Now let me ask you this. What's easier? Filling a massive bucket or a small glass? Exactly. And this is where the shift happens. Instead of constantly trying to earn more, you make the glass smaller. You reduce unnecessary expenses. You question what you actually need. And suddenly, you reach full much faster. Let's make this real. Think about your current expenses. How much of it is truly necessary? And how much is just habit, comfort, or status? That car payment. Do you really need it? Or is it just something you got used to? That big house. Is it giving you freedom? Or is it locking you into higher monthly costs? These are uncomfortable questions, but they are powerful. Because every dollar you don't need is a dollar you don't have to earn. And that brings us to investing. Because this is where the real magic happens. If your expenses are high, you need a massive portfolio to support them, which means more time, more risk, more pressure. But if your expenses are low, you can reach financial freedom much earlier. Let's go through the numbers step by step. Let's say you spend $3,000 per month. That's $36,000 per year. Using a common guideline like the 4% rule, you would need around $900,000 invested to support that lifestyle. Now pause for a second. That's a big target. Now let's change just one thing. Your lifestyle. Let's say you reduce your expenses to $2,000 per month. Now you need $24,000 per year. Your target drops to around $600,000. Already a huge difference. Now let's go further. At $500 per month. you need 18,000 per year. Now your target is around 450,000. Half of the original number. Same freedom. Let that sink in. You didn't earn more. You didn't take bigger risks. You simply changed the size of your glass. Now let's talk about how to actually reach that number. Because this is where most people overcomplicate things. They try to pick stocks. They chase trends. They follow hype. That's not necessary. A simple ETF strategy is enough for most people. For example, let's say you invest $300 per month. At an average return of 8% per year, after 25 years, you end up with roughly $285,000. Now increase that to $500 per month. You're looking at around $475,000. And at $1,000 per month, you're crossing $950,000. Same market, same strategy, just different inputs. And here's the key point. Consistency matters more than perfection. You don't need to time the market. You don't need to be a genius. You just need to stay in the game. Let me give you another perspective. Imagine two people. Person A earns a high income, but spends almost all of it. Person B earns less, but keeps expenses low and invests consistently. Who becomes financially free first? In most cases, it's person B. Because freedom is not about income. It's about the gap between what you earn and what you spend, and what you do with that gap. Now let's talk about common mistakes. Because avoiding mistakes is just as important as doing the right things. Mistake number 1, chasing income without controlling lifestyle. You earn more, you spend more, nothing changes. Mistake number 2, not investing consistently, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. Mistake number 3, panic selling. The market goes down, emotions take over, and long-term plans get destroyed. That's like planting a tree and digging it up every time it rains. It doesn't work. Even Money Monkey knows. Patience beats panic. Mistake number 4, thinking small changes don't matter. They do. A few hundred invested every month. Over time becomes life-changing money. Now let's bring everything together. Financial freedom is not about becoming rich overnight. It's about building a system. A simple system. Spend less than you earn. Invest the difference. Keep it consistent. Give it time. And design a life that doesn't require extreme income to sustain. Because the lower your needs, the faster you become free. That's the real strategy. That's the game most people don't understand. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So here's what I want you to do after this video. Take 10 minutes. Write down your monthly expenses. Be honest. Then ask yourself, what do I actually need? Not what looks good. Not what others expect. What you need. Then calculate your number, your freedom number, and build your plan around it. Simple ETFs, monthly investments, long-term thinking, no stress, no hype, just progress. Because at the end of the day, financial freedom is not about having more. It's about needing less and investing smart. If you understand this, you are already ahead of most people. And trust me, your future self will thank you for it. Even a monkey sitting in the jungle figured this out. So you definitely can too. Now don't stop here. There are more videos waiting for you on your screen right now. And one of them might be exactly what you need to take your next step. So click the next video, and I'll see you there.